is Furious George, and as always, this is your opening segment, which is That's Trash. And it's not particularly a that, it is a who this week. And who is trash is none other than opinion editor for the Sacramento Bee, Gil Durin, who, after a protest at the mayor's house that was protesting the situation for homeless folks, 6 of whom died on January 26th in the storms that we had, they were demanding that they open up some emergency warming centers, compared the actions of those protesters to the January 6th insurrectionists, and then harassed Councilmember Katie Valenzuela until she felt obligated to make a statement. She does not owe you shit, Gil. No one owes you shit, Gil. 6 people died, Gil, in our fucking city. Gil. Now here's the goddamn thing. You can't just go about comparing people protesting for the situations to empower and better their community to fucking far-right insurrectionists, you goddamn moron. You're trash, that's trash, get bent, and ladies and gentlemen, the best podcast in the universe.
The Furious George podcast, you beezies. It is Legendarius 51.
Sam God.
And
I'm on my white Jesus stuff today.
Hey,
wow.
We're going to talk greasy today.
Oh my
I'm already
God.
feeling it. And
Our guest.
Our first return guest ever. Welcome.
Yeah!
She passed the first test.
Yeah!
It's Nicole Gentry, ladies and
What's
gentlemen.
up, y'all?
AKA
Yo.
Darling Nikki. Ooh.
Darling Nikki.
All right.
AKA, I'm about to get slapped for this, Michelle.
Be quiet. I think that other people too named Nicole have that same thing where people sometimes call them Michelle.
Really?
Yeah.
What people
Listen, my whole life,
people
like
just call
it
you?
clearly says Nicole, and now we'll look at it and read it and still say Michelle.
Oh man.
And I'll just be like, yeah, that's
That's
fine.
the next level of messing
Yeah.
names up.
Thanks,
Like how do
Professor.
you
I
do
have a lot
that?
to learn from you.
Like people
Thanks.
say my name's Phelps, so people will say Phillips because they just don't.
You added.
They never heard of Phelps before.
I
so,
think, yeah. I
but
think,
everyone's heard of Nicole. Like, how do you act like that's not a name you haven't
I
seen?
think
before?
it has to do. I'm making this up, but this is what I think it has to do with what they're used to. They're used to saying P, H, L, P, and S as Phillips because they don't know Phelps. So in
Their
their
brain
mind,
fills in the
yeah,
space.
exactly. It just makes it up, and
Or
then
you can just read it.
and then
Yeah,
I'm
you could
Michelle.
just read.
You could just
You can
read.
sound
You
it
could
out.
just learn how to
Look on
read.
phonics.
Phonetics,
Words.
baby. Phonetics is a thing.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me back, guys. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Thanks
it's
for
lit.
coming back.
Yeah.
It's lit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I had all kind of stuff on my mind, and now I'm like, now that I'm sitting in front of y'all, I'm like, oh, what was I just thinking about that I want to ask Sam about?
We out here, okay?
We out here. It's my
That's all we
favorite.
know, man. It's Sacramento.
Sacramento.
We got a band called George Knapp, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Snazzy.
Just plug that real quick. That's where the name Furious George comes from. It's a reference to a reference.
It's a reference to
To a
their mad
reference.
minds.
Shout out to George Knapp. Shout out to Courtney Fuego Miller and Bassy Vibe. And
Boom.
shout out to
Oh, was he there?
Yeah, right. Shout out to Conscience Existentialism. What's the name of the thing? The duo that y'all do?
Wow.
Conscious
I have no idea what he's talking
I'm
about.
not even going to try and say that.
It's on the page. Y'all made a page for it.
Conscious
No.
existential.
It's called Coalesce Duo.
Coalesce Duo. That's what it is.
Yeah. No, listen though. The word.
No, they be getting off. I don't know the names of stuff,
The
but I be
word-
watching they stuff. They be getting off.
The word coalesce means to grow together, and so that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Her and I, and so that's why we call it
It's a-
Coalesce Duo. Yeah,
love it.
And
That's
we're
a
trying
cool
out
name.
whatever, like no limits. We're just gonna do whatever we feel might be
I
interesting.
love it when a name fits with what is going on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, none of our projects have that at all.
No.
Our names are always so. We're like George Knapp. They're like, oh, so you is that the name of like a singer you play
Right.
with or something? No.
No.
Oh, it's that alien dude. It's that guy that
Nah.
studies aliens. No, that's Knapp with a K.
That's
not
so
what they
funny because I know you guys, so I didn't even cross my mind that someone would think that.
Well,
'Cause
right,
you guys
right.
are, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Once
y'all
you know,
are nuts.
you-
so
yeah,
it's-
we make notes.
I was
and
like,
then we're
oh,
like, our
okay.
podcast is Furious George
Furious George
because it's a
podcast. Makes
podcast
sense.
about angry monkeys
Yeah.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we're shrews
Man in
and
the yellow
apes
hat.
and things like that.
when he just
I'm a
couldn't.
fairy.
The man in the yellow hat got fucked up on that episode of Curious George, man.
I don't remember
Furious,
what happened.
the Furious
Oh, the
George
Furious
episode.
Furious George.
He's like, I'm
It's
sick
on-
of
yeah,
being
it's on the
monkey.
page. Y'all made a page for it.
Conscious
Turn
went
into,
off.
yeah.
I am not your.
I am not your motherfucking monkey.
So let me tell you what I was thinking about before I came here, because last time when I came here, like things were pretty chaotic in our nation, and like
Right,
you know,
right.
things were crazy.
That was like right after the insurrection. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. I think it was it was either after or before, but I got bottled water at the house. I'm drinking it, but I'm just saying I had a
You were
lot.
getting ready. Yeah.
And now it's like super calm. So I was thinking that before I got here. Like there's not a whole like I mean I know.
It's deceptively calm.
Yes.
I mean, there was another
that's what
impeachment
it is.
trial going on, but who gives a shit about that at this point? I mean, they're trying to impeach the dude that's already gone. Like,
It's eerily.
it's too quiet.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
too daggone quiet.
It's scary.
What's about to happen?
What's about to happen
The
now?
calm before the storm, baby.
It's about to
Right,
be March
man.
again.
Don't say that. Don't say the
Yeah.
calm before the storm, because that's like the QAnon thing. They're like, the storm is coming.
Oh, that's what they
Hey,
said.
did you see in the LA Times they said that the vaccine is not effective. It's not like
I know a couple of
Great.
people that already have gotten it.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
a bunch of people
me
that
too.
are getting it.
because I know a lot of nurses and teachers, teachers too, and stuff. So I know a lot of people have it, but I just read yesterday that it said that they're doing trials in South Africa or something like that of the vaccine versus the new variants that COVID is creating, and that's maybe not as
Why
effective.
they always
as
testing
they
it
thought.
out in Africa? Test that shit out in Sweden, bro.
Well, there's a new strain. There's like a South African strain that they're like, it's way worse.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
so bad. It's a more of a criminal strain. It's kind of a
Whoa!
thug strain. I don't know what it's like the Africanized
Hell.
killer
It's a
bees
ghetto
and
strain.
stuff. You know, it's like,
Like the
it's from
bees.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh, yeah,
scary.
yeah.
But then there was a British one too.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
UK.
like the British one is very sophisticated.
Yeah, and they always
know,
say
it,
like
Smokes a pipe.
there's 8 people in California
It
who
has
have
tea
this.
at 2 o'clock every day. Shut.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
They'd be like, there's 8 people in California who have this.
Right. Like
Okay.
8 like literally
Like 8
8
people.
have this one strain. and
Like,
they're
there's 8 people
"Whoa,
in my house
that's
right
like
now."
That Andromeda strain, like they got them on.
It's like 100
Double
million
quarantine.
people in daggone California, man. 8
It's
people
pretty
ain't
crazy.
nothing.
Right.
I
We
just-
keep having like the worst numbers, even though we've had like way more stricter lockdowns than everyone.
No, well,
I don't
no, we
understand.
got strict lockdowns on paper. Ain't nobody out here into that.
Well, that's true.
facts.
Yeah.
That's
Plus,
what
it's
it
like in
is.
SoCal, they really don't
That's
give
what
a
it
fuck.
is.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
Well, I've heard up and down about SoCal because I've heard that there are at certain times that it's like a ghost town down there.
Mm-hmm.
Like
well, yeah, and
Sunset Strip is,
comparatively
like,
to like
empty.
how LA usually.
Yeah,
would be,
yeah.
And they've had a lot of the same strict lockdown measures, but yeah, like you said, people aren't really following that,
No.
you know, and then especially in like Orange County and stuff like that, they're
Mm-hmm.
really, you know, the more red districts.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you. Just don't run up on me. I'm trying to go for a walk with the kiddos out at the park by the river and all of that. And you know, it's all right if you pass by and somebody's walking, they pass the other direction, they don't have a mask on. Morning, done. Then some people want to run up. Oh, your kids are beautiful. Yes.
6
First off,
feet.
back up. Second off, mask up. Third off,
You're out here sweating and there's droplets
Yeah,
like flying off of your forehead onto
you're
me right now.
bugging. And it doesn't help that, you know, the kiddos are cute and they like saying good morning to everybody. So, but yeah, people are wilding.
Yeah, I was there recently and like I found this beach and I might have already told this story on the podcast, but who's listening? Seriously, who is listening, guys?
I mean,
Drop your
I'm
names,
here,
drop
so
your
I
names. What's that? You gave him some candy?
No.
Were you like, be mine?
No, I did not do that.
Oh, she talked because that's what he said on.
Thank
on
you. Thank
Instagram.
you.
Oh, what'd he say?
He said he's just gonna be sitting around eating candy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's 50% off today.
baby David, if you're listening, you're going in the head ass sometime this evening because I got a good one.
Uh-oh.
I got a good one. I sent it to Nicole this morning already. You're going in.
You're on the chopping block
Oh,
again.
man. He gonna get you.
Head Ass is our group chat that we roast our friends in. For if anyone's listening. So anyway, I'm at this
I'm not a part of
beach.
the chat, y'all. I just be a part of the chat when they
Yeah,
roast
your
me.
picture has
That's
come up in
it.
there once or twice. No, she's not in there yet.
No, there is. It's funny to him when he's roasting me, so he lets me know. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was this beach, and
Oh right.
it's an
the
important
beach.
story.
Sorry.
I just have
okay.
to keep
Welcome
circling
back.
back. It's really important. I
Alex,
don't know
we need
why.
one of those rewind sounds.
Pull up. Sacramento, massive. Oh, we went down this road the last time you were here. Started
Yeah, we
talking
did.
like Jamaican. It was fun. Anyway,
It's my head wrap, probably. It's yours too.
Yeah. We out
Yeah.
here. Let's
Bumba
slow it
clot.
down.
Let's not. I'm not doing that.
Come on, be natural with
the rap
me.
is staying
Nah,
on.
boo. It's not happening.
So this
so we're
dude,
at the
so I'm
beach.
at
The
the
beach,
beach.
the
I got,
beach, the
I got
beach, we're
all
back.
this room, right? There's some people like way down the beach, but it's one of those long, on the American River, the nice
yeah.
long one.
The one they've been peeing in?
Well, there's lots of them, and they're peeing in all of them, so I don't really know which one we're talking about. But so I'm sitting there, I got all this room, and then this dude's coming up behind me, and I can hear him, and I'm like, okay, cool. There's someone rolling up on my little peaceful zone. But I'm sure he'll give me some space.
He'll find himself somewhere.
Man, he came and sat like exactly 6 feet from me. I mean, at least he was following the letter of the law, but it was super
But it's
awkward.
like a whole nother 200 feet right
Yeah, it
there,
was
brother.
like-
You don't go.
It was really awkward. I'm just sitting there like, it's weird. You know when you feel like you should be talking to someone
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something?
Yeah,
It's just
like we're here together, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are we sharing space?
Yeah, you want some
together? I don't
chips
really-
or
This isn't what I wanted. I was looking for a little solitude, so I just ended up having to get up and leave.
maybe
Like,
that's what he wanted though. You probably were in his favorite spot.
maybe.
I
And
have
he was just
favorite
like, I'm
spots
gonna
on the
make it
river.
awkward for you.
Awkward until you
He's
leave.
like, I don't give a
Listen.
fuck. Like
Shout out to that man, cause mission accomplished, boo.
it worked.
It worked.
He got rid of me.
Yeah, it's like that out there, especially in the summer. Like, oh man, people will just come and sit right next to you, like play their music louder than you, and like,
Oh, that's the other thing too. When people are like blasting their
Yeah,
music, and like
like-
I'm all for that. But if it's like some Brother Lynch hung or something like that, and I'm there with my
Not at the
kids, and,
river.
like,
it gets wild, bro.
talking about eating babies, like
Yeah, yes, it was interesting one time. I was like, I came here to rest, and you're like, I was like, no, not interested.
And there's too much reverb on the river, depending on where you're
Listen.
at. Too much echoing.
And I'm down,
Oh, yeah.
laying down. So it's a lot going on. No,
it's broadcasting all down that river.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I need you to turn that down a little. He was like, what? I need you to turn that down a little bit. It's a lot over here. Oh, okay.
There's a few types of music you can play that loud, like anywhere, and no one will ever complain. Not reggae, but Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Not
Bob
just any
Marley,
reggae.
specifically.
Just Bob Marley.
The songs they know.
You might get away with a handful of Daniel Tosh tunes.
Yeah.
Bob
Ju-
Marley
yeah.
and the Wailers. Definitely.
Peter Tosh, Toots and the Maytals or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
Something
that's it.
palatable,
Don't
not some
push it too
dance hall,
far.
not some dance hall though.
No poom poom.
I mean, I'd be down for that, but
Boy.
the average middle America white
You can
family
play some
would be-
jazz.
Yeah, some jazz.
Yeah.
Some what was that? Oh, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Can't go
Tell me
wrong.
when
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire doesn't
Yeah.
work. I
People
mean,
be like-
I just
Be on every beat.
Earth, Wind, and Fire does not work in a mosh pit. But other than that, I
well,
think you're
yeah,
good.
at a metal concert, even at a metal concert, I think. Remember, Hobo Johnson was doing like September. I don't know if you
No,
were
I
there
don't
for any
saw
of the
that.
tour, but he was like bumping. They were like bumping September as like part of
Wow.
their set.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's
Like,
video.
I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It was
that.
lit. I mean, it works. It
Yeah.
just always works. I've
Yeah.
been bumping That's the Way of the World, like that album, like
Yeah.
every morning for the past week.
Yeah.
That's fire.
It's so uplifting.
That's fire.
Shining Star, That's the Way of the World, Reasons. I mean, come on,
Oh yeah.
come on.
Come on.
So good.
shout out to my people because I'm in the same boat, but I've been bumping for the past couple of weeks. Sly and the Stones' greatest hits.
Yep.
Sly and the Family Stone greatest hits is my joint right now.
Nice. Yeah.
Interesting.
Everybody is a Star. Everybody is a Star is the hardest joint ever. I might remix that song. Let's go.
Let's go. Challenge.
I wanna take you higher.
Yeah, all of them. All of them. He was a king of just sitting on one note. Dum, 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 dum. Like
Yeah,
half of their
yeah.
songs are
Yeah.
just like right there
Yeah.
and just moving chords around it. And I was like, oh man, you're the king.
Mm-hmm.
You're the
Like
king.
that.
Just that
excellent.
feel. That
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
Like those bands, yeah. Sly, Earth, Wind and Fire, like who else has that feel like that?
Gap
It's just
Band.
like, yeah.
Gap
yeah.
Band had crazy feel.
P Funk. I mean, that's a little different, but it's still it's just that's
Barcades.
another band that kind of works
Wow,
almost
guys, that's
at
a
any
lot of
moment.
songs. Like I feel like I'm going through the jukebox. Like ooh 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 ooh.
Right.
Well,
right.
each one of these bands' catalog is like crazier
Yeah.
than anything.
I
that
can't
you'll
even
ever-
get through. Yeah, it's like Earth, Wind and Fire has so many albums. It's just
It's
like,
crazy.
where do you even begin? You know?
And like I wonder to myself, like, how do you know most of these songs? Like, how do you? There's so many of them.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it's crazy. How do you know words to these? I don't.
Yeah, to all of
Yeah, yeah.
They're nuts. And Parliament's. Yeah, the whole because Parliament is not just Parliament. Parliament is like Parliament, Parliament Funkadelic, George Clinton, Brides of Funkenstein, Eddie Hazel and them, Bootsy, and like 4 more. Like it's all the same band, but
Right.
they made like
Yeah.
10 bands out of it.
Hey,
And
hey,
that
I'm not
catalog is
judging.
It's all
crazy.
interchangeable.
That's
Yeah.
all I'm about to do, so it's fine.
Yeah. But each iteration has at least like 7 albums
Yeah.
under their belt. And
Yeah.
so it's like crazy. That's a crazy catalog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Atomic Dog, I think might
Ugh.
be one of the best produced songs of all time, if not the best. Just the tones on that.
It's
are
crazy.
I
ridiculous.
can't
Can you-
disagree with you.
Can you hear the intro? I can just hear the
Yes.
intro.
As soon as
It's
you
like,
said the words. The slapness of it. Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so slapping. Like before slapping was the thing.
Before
They
slapping
invented-
was even a thing.
They invented
it slapped
the slap.
hard.
Recordings
like,
did not really slap like that.
Yeah.
People didn't want
Oh.
slap. The
Oh.
thing, everything was a little warmer before that.
Yeah.
Then they came in with that slap.
Just like, we out here. Okay. Yeah. It is dope.
That's gonna be us. As soon as Sam is ready to be famous,
No,
I'm blaming
remember,
everything on.
we only want to be famous enough.
It's all on me.
Famous enough.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
listen, just cut the check, baby. That's all I
Cut.
need.
Listen. Send me my check.
Just cut the
Run me
check.
my money, and I will do what I do.
Yeah, the fame is
Don't ask.
That's a
Overrated.
good one. We were just talking before we got on air. We were talking about the phraseology of English and culturally.
yeah, idioms.
Yeah, the idioms. Run me my money.
Run.
Run
Run
me my money.
my money. I don't even
Nice
know.
colloquialism.
Yeah, I love it. I think of like an old cash register. Just
Yeah. No, I don't even care about the register now. I want to hear dings because the cash app is
Oh.
blowing up.
the cash
ding,
app.
Ding.
Remember
Yep.
when that used to happen? When we
Yeah.
had gigs?
A couple of years ago, when you just open your cash
Just
app and
wake
just
up
like,
like,
oh,
oh,
a couple of
oh,
few extra. Oh,
I
okay.
did do that gig yesterday. I forgot. Like,
Yeah.
yes. Now I'm like, ooh.
It's looking a little dry these days, and that Cash App's a little
refresh.
dusty.
Dusty
Oh,
cash app.
Man, there's
It's
some
cool.
things popping back up though here and there.
Here and there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing a house party at Darius's dad's house.
That's gonna be lit. That's
What?
gonna be lit.
Don't, never mind. Don't tell me later.
About what?
I don't know what you just said, but
Oh, I was trying to holler at Alex, but I'll get at
Okay.
him later.
yeah, later.
We need something for Alex to do, man. What's something we
Alex?
can say that's totally misleading and not factual at all?
Alex got hoes. Let's
Every single time.
He
That's all
said-
you ever go
he
with.
said
That's all you
misleading.
ever go with.
That is-
Misleading.
That is misleading, America.
That-
wholesome-
All right, all
it's a
right.
wholesome guy.
Let me clarify something here.
Like,
I'm
get it
not
straight.
accepting hoe applications. No more, no mas. But
Sorry, ladies.
unicorn applications. We
Listen,
can
don't
talk
even
about.
start,
Hey,
but
are we gonna go back in on
He's
unicorn
on,
porn,
yeah.
baby? Let's go.
Unicorn hunting.
What? What?
Yeah, we talked about unicorn porn one time. It was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
A unicorn.
A
Now,
unicorn.
A woman who is
Not always a woman.
a person who is interested in being intimate with a couple
Oh, sorry.
as the third wheel, so to speak.
I definitely was thinking like a person with a little.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Oh, they do. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Facts,
the
they do
unicorn
that
porn,
too.
But definitely.
it's like a big ass Teletubby and a unicorn.
Okay.
69ing.
So
Okay,
yeah, that's true. People do that. I
It
I
was
know
wild.
people who do that.
Stop it.
We had a
No.
good time.
Yeah, they're doing it. They're doing stuff like that. It's a weird
Yes.
world we live in.
It's a
Pretty Google anything and you can find it.
yes.
True.
Yeah.
Facts.
Anything you thought that you just thought of and it was a crazy new idea, Google it. It's not.
It's not
not.
new. It,
Someone
in
already did that
2002,
and already has a Kickstarter and raised $1
Right.
million.
But
You're
it was
late.
like 5 years ago, and you still never heard of it, so
Yeah.
it didn't take
Yeah.
off. Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it-
that guy proved that was a bad idea. So
Yeah, but he did it in
Thank
New
you.
Hampshire. I'm gonna do it in California.
No, you're not. You're not learning the
Give
lessons.
it up.
Do you see how
Just
you
give
saw
it
that
all up.
message? It was for you.
It was for you
okay.
with your name on it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
With your name on it.
Shout out to Kev on stage because I know that
Oh,
was
yeah,
a weird
he's funny.
segue, but when you said name on it, reminded me of Jonathan McReynolds, and then him and Kev was beefing for the camera, and
Oh, they were having some fake beef.
yeah.
Some funny
I was
beef.
like, is Jonathan McReynolds even know what beef is? He doesn't even seem like a kind of guy that would.
I don't know his part
do
of
gospel
it. I just
musicians
know that
beef?
right?
I think
No,
they
I do know that.
I can
They
see
do,
Kirk
but
Franklin
I think it's a little
beefing.
more passive aggressive. It's like behind the scenes.
I see. I
Right.
Yeah.
see.
Like with the gospel artists, they can't beef, on stage, but they can,
They can't beef out loud.
cause
They
you
can
know,
beef via text messages. To their
shout out to the
friends.
homie who was kind of an a-hole when he pulled up. I can't think of his name, but everybody was making a big deal about him. Nah, I don't know if I should say this out loud.
No,
but I
let's
kinda
skip
want
it.
to.
No, I
please
hate.
do. Yes,
I
we
hate
have
when you
to
make
now.
that face, but it's the Furious George podcast.
This is Furious
so
George,
here we
man.
are.
need
1, 2,
to-
3, go.
We need something to spark this fire.
No.
we need some fuel.
He about to blow up though. Here you go.
I'm doing it. Let's go. Mike Burrell
Oh,
pulled up, and he
Here?
he did a thing with us at church.
oh,
And it was him, and he was playing with Darnell Davis, Darnell somebody.
oh.
What's Darnell?
The singer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darnell Davis is the gospel dude, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was playing with Darnell Davis, and they pulled up and they did some stuff with us. But Darnell was great, and the whole crew was great. And Mike Burrell was acting like we were supposed to be serving him or something.
Ooh.
He came in with that energy. He didn't necessarily ask to be served, but he came in with that energy, like I am.
I am
Yeah.
that I am.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
came in with that energy, and I was like, oh, like that's lit, that's cool, like. And then he was like running, but yeah, he was doing a lot. He was doing
I
a lot.
feel you. And like when you feel the energy from people, it's you know, why am I gonna
It's
look
that prima donna energy. You see,
Yeah,
you finding
yeah.
that here and there. You know,
Yeah.
all the time with musicians actually.
Yeah.
and singers and
Maybe it comes from people doing that too. Like maybe you don't start out that way, but because people are so eager to see you and meet you, they're like doing things for you all the time. So you just
Mhm.
expect everywhere you go it'll be like that. Maybe.
yeah, you're just
Yeah.
like I am royalty.
Yeah,
I can
like
see
y'all always bring me water and make sure I have my favorite donuts and
Usually
have a
when a
towel on
musician or goes to LA from SAC, as soon as they go to LA and get like one gig or something, they
Straight
come
up.
back
and come back.
and they're just like,
They
"Oh,
were
I'm,
like-
I'm just kind of in LA now."
I'm crying.
You know.
or
You
not
know how
even
it
get a
is.
Y'all
gig.
better leaving people alone.
No,
Shout out
no,
to all
no.
y'all people
I'm not
that
saying
went to
this.
LA.
Shout out
I'm
to
not
all
saying
of the-
everyone. I mean, a lot of them are.
Shout
are
out
still
to all the
staying
people
humble.
who are trash. Shout out to
We're not
all the
gonna
trash
say
people
which
who
ones
went to
are
LA. I'm not gonna name any names, but there are people who they might go down there and like they just happen to finagle their way into the studio with some big name person.
That's how it works.
and they were just sitting in the background somewhere, and now they
Yes.
come back like you didn't do anything. we could any one of us could have sat in a studio somewhere.
Right.
Were you on the track?
Does your name ring out?
Does your
in
name
these
ring out?
streets?
Y'all
Listen,
stressing me out.
Did anybody even talk to you while you were in there besides the person that brought you?
Alex, save us, damn.
Why are you
Well,
stressed
no,
out?
no, hold up, because what I was about to say
We're
was
not
that
talking about anyone in particular.
No, and I'm not mad if you want to come up, but don't then come back and act like you're better than everybody that you were just playing gigs with 2 months ago.
You was just
Right.
We was just you were just at Shady Lady like everybody else.
Right.
we was
And
having a
drunk-
good time too.
A lot of
Having a
them,
good time,
a
and
lot
now
of
you
them,
too
you
good.
know, a lot of people will come back and still like do a gig
Show
for a
love,
local
yeah.
person for like $100 or something.
Yeah,
They're not, I mean, it's
yeah,
not everyone.
yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, it's the
Yeah.
sack to LA syndrome.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we live in LA's shadow, so
Yeah.
everyone's always downplaying our city and just being like, it sucks here, man.
Yeah.
There's no music scene and blah,
And
blah,
move to
blah, blah,
Nashville.
blah.
and Shut up.
Well,
Go
there
hang out
are
with a bunch of
folks-
racists in Nashville.
There are a bunch of folks that come back, right? And they go off, do whatever they do. They get a big tour, and then they end up like living back in Sac. And no matter like what they just did, you're still fighting every other local band for the exact same fucking gigs.
Right.
Get your
Yes.
fucking ego straight.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're
Yes.
only as good as whatever gig you're just now doing.
You come back from
Right.
that tour and then all of a sudden you're broke again because
Right.
Yeah.
there's no
'Cause that's real
insurance in
life.
this thing. There's no nothing's guaranteed, you know.
Yeah.
And it's
Nobody
like-
talks
So
about
you better
the
hope
fact-
you didn't burn all your bridges
Right.
while you're on that
Boom.
fancy schmancy tour.
While
you
you
know?
were doing your thing.
Hey,
There's
listen.
no pension plan for
Welcome
that
back.
shit. The next tour comes around and they're like, "Oh, we're moving on. We found a different drummer or whatever."
Straight-
You know.
In the middle of the tour. You might get cut in the middle of the tour.
Facts.
I'm
Facts.
cold.
I'm playing for such and such. Oh, okay. I'll see you in 2 months. Right back here, trying to scrape together $5 for chicken nuggets at McDonald's with the rest of the
Help
broke people.
me.
praying for that Cash App ding.
Yeah,
Help me.
playing that cash. Yeah,
Ding.
hoping that Cash App ding a couple of times.
Trying to be the third drummer on the fourth service at some
Yeah.
church in town for
You the sub drummer,
for $40 and some Chipotle.
bro. That one hit me, bro.
Sorry,
That one hit
I know they
me.
get you Chipotle at your church, but you get more than $40, so it's.
That one hit me. I was like, whoa,
I don't even
that's
get
oddly
Chipotle.
specific.
I don't even get Chipotle at my church, man. They're
Ouch.
like, "Oh, we're
Darius
done," and
said
it's just, my church is like, "Oh, we're done, and it's lunchtime, so
Have a
go
good
grab
day.
lunch somewhere."
I hope you enjoy lunch with your friends.
Yeah, you can go.
Bye.
You can go wherever you want.
We got you out early.
Yeah.
But here's a cookie, a Chips Ahoy.
It did
Hey,
come in a
you know
plastic
what?
container, but it's fine.
Shout out to all the churches across this great nation who employ musicians.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
oftentimes when we go, like as musicians, you go on tour with somebody, but then you can always come back to that nice church gig
Yeah.
and have
Churches
at least something
consistently
coming in.
make being a musician an actual viable livelihood
Yeah,
in
yeah,
America.
straight up.
Like
Yeah.
Straight up.
that's that weekly paycheck that
Yeah.
musicians can get. Like,
straight up.
And they also, what I like about it is they also find it valuable. Maybe not as valuable as they should in a lot of places.
they undervalue it a lot of the
They
time.
do
for
undervalue
sure,
it
but
a lot, but they also just in general respect that it's a part of what they have going on and that they want it here. Like sometimes at the bars or something like that, we don't have to be there. They could play on iPad or something
They could
like
bring
that.
in a DJ.
They could
yeah.
bring in a DJ or their little cousin who they pay $50 to just.
But no one's going to your church if you don't have a killing band. and
Not at all.
singers. I'm
I don't.
sorry.
I'm not
Like,
interested.
they're just
I want to know
not.
who plays there before I go. Honestly, honestly, I go to COP a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
It's great,
COP is killing.
Shout out to
Killing.
COP.
God.
and I
all those
and
musicians.
I get what I need,
singers.
and then the word is presented to me. It's wonderful.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Positive message, you know,
Yeah.
good community.
Yeah.
So
and
the message here is we got to step our game up because she ain't never been to Sam's church or my church. It's cool though. Whoa.
Dang. Yeah, we just got shat upon. She was just
I
like-
love COP. They give me everything that I need, and then they also give
these
me
are
some words.
facts.
I
No.
am I'm sitting right here.
I
mean,
always find out who's playing first. Oh,
It's
thank
Center
you.
for Spiritual
Thank you.
Awareness, gang. Okay.
Thank you for that humbling.
When we
Thank you
open
for
back
that
up, y'all, I'm
humbling.
gonna come.
All right, that's enough for Bible study hour.
I'm gonna come
George
see y'all
podcast.
at your place of employment.
Yeah, man.
Yikes. Y'all know it's not like that. Stop it.
It's all right.
COP is popping though. That
Yeah,
praise
yeah,
and
yeah,
worship.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
know.
I learn something every time. Like, whew, yes, great.
Yeah, I can't wait
Fair
till
enough.
gigs come back.
Can't wait till gigs come back.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want them to come back like they were before, man.
oh, I'm never gonna. I don't want to get caught up in that cycle of like
Yeah.
doing a bunch of gigs.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to do gigs that matter
Facts.
or that pay really well.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
Or even, well,
because I guess if you're getting paid really well, it matters.
yeah.
Yeah. Then it get real interesting.
But I'm not mad. I'm just definitely going to be way more selective, like way more selective, because like we did a lot of stuff with George Knapp that didn't pay that well, but it was so much fun.
Well, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's like it's that release of like, all right,
Yeah.
we've done all these gigs where everything's a little more regimented. Hey, let's just pull up over here. They're not going to pay that much, but we're just going to rock out
We're
for
gonna
an
have a
hour
good time though.
or an hour.
yeah,
or two,
yeah.
you
I
know.
think this one OG said like, there's like 3 protocols, like, and if you meet 2 of them, it's probably a gig you should do. And it's basically like, does it pay well? Does it further your career in some way? And is it fun? You know, / with people that you love, kind of a thing. You know, so it's like if you get 2 out of those 3, you're like, okay, this is probably a good idea.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know. But if you're just getting 1 of those, it's like, okay, so this is fun, but I'm not getting paid, and
Yeah.
no one's going to be there to see us play.
And it also depends on how often, because you can take a fun gig, like you can take the smaller ones, especially as local bands, because you're trying to see how stuff feels on stage when you're coming
Yeah.
up with new stuff. And if you
Yeah.
got some bigger gigs coming up, like you can run over. And I'm not trying to say that they're smaller spots in that way, but like OPB and like Shady and like Torch and like
yeah,
some
the
of
guaranteed little $300 spots
Yeah.
where you can, the breweries and stuff like that, try
So-
out some material.
yeah,
but
try
Yeah.
out some new stuff and see how it feels.
And it's not like you had anything to do anyway.
Yeah.
So there's that.
You was
oh,
going-
I got shit to do. Okay.
I didn't have anything. So let's go to Shady and sing some songs.
and split this $300 between 8 people in the band.
Facts. And then spend my whole cut at Burgers and Brew.
My liver's probably happy that I haven't been able to go to Shady. that
Bro,
much.
everybody's liver is happy.
For real.
And
I still got a
uh,
drink ticket. Like
I'm pretty
don't-
sure the bartenders are kind of not happy that they're not working, but happy that they don't have to see us because shout out to our artist
That's
community.
probably-
Shout out to all the musicians.
Sick of me.
I know that we have ran up tabs at Shady Lady. Okay. I'm not gonna name no names on this one, but I remember one night you were there. We ran up a tab crazy. I'm talking there were at least a dozen of us and had like 4 or 5 drinks apiece
Yeah.
and then just walked out. Like we all just bounced.
This
Why
is
you
terrible.
snitching on us live on air, man?
He just told on y'all. It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
I found out after the fact
Yeah.
because I thought that
Well, yeah,
The
no, I
I thought the
remember
homie
that.
had to.
I thought I think
thought
we
the
thought
homie
it
took-
got covered, but yeah.
you. So
And someone in our crew was just like, just walk
So-
away.
yeah,
And
yeah,
we were
yeah.
like, okay, shit. I guess
because
they're
everybody was
handling
already
it.
smacked.
Yeah.
But we
right.
thought
Because
that- so
no,
we
no
thought
one's
that-
designated to make sure things are getting taken
Yeah, I
care
mean,
of.
I'm
Well,
not-
we thought that this nameless person had.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah, yeah.
I got
Yeah,
you.
I
No,
mean-
I understand.
Sometimes it's pretty easy to talk those bartenders into giving you a drink or two.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
I
if they know if
agree.
you're a musician and you're there all the
Yes.
time anyway, like
Yeah.
even if you're not
Even if
playing.
you're not playing that night.
Even
just
if you're
like,
not
"What's up?"
playing,
But I'm
Yeah.
not calling anyone out, man. The Shady staff is very loyal.
I love this shade.
No, they're lit. They're
Very
lit.
cool.
But I know that they're sober the whole time. We're getting smacked, so I know that they know
Bruh.
that we're doing. What
Well,
we're
they're
doing.
not. They're not always sober. People are buying them shots and stuff. Like
Yeah,
when
This
you're-
is
exactly.
true. This is
Exactly.
bartenders get smashed at places like that, but they have such a high tolerance.
Exactly.
That they
They're
don't
so
get
used to
fucked
it.
up as quick.
Gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
man.
But
Yeah,
there's
they got a
been
lot
some
more
there's been
freedom.
some wild nights. You know, one guy there wanted to beat my ass one night, but it was probably just
I was there on that night too. God.
Shout out to Shady Lady.
I remember
Shout out to
that.
Shady. Oh man, one of the craziest times, like, and how Dan got the nickname Sleeper Hold.
Whoa,
Were you there that night, man?
I wasn't there
we
that
had to
night.
throw that guy out.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I was sitting there, I was standing like in the entranceway, like right when you come in, talking to Benoit, and then all of a sudden Benoit just like, oh, step aside real quick. I'm like, oh, look down. Dan's like on the ground, like wrestling this dude, and he's got him in the straight MMA, like he's on his back, and he's just got the dude in a chokehold. Right by my feet.
You know
And
he
I'm just
from
like,
Vallejo.
oh, yeah.
From the
and
Valley
he's
Joe,
like,
baby.
he's like,
Valley don't play.
he's like, you can either get up and leave or go to sleep. It's your choice. So don't wild out at Shady.
Shout out Dan the man, bro.
Shout out
Wait,
Dan the
hold
man.
up.
That's my.
Can I share a
dude.
Dan story real quick?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right.
Sure.
Yes.
So the Gold Souls were loading out of Shady, right? And we were parked right across the street. This was before they had all the construction and everything else popping. And there's this dude that passes, and he's like, "Oh, that's a tight van." We had this like '94 Chevy. It's fly. And we're like, "Bet, yeah." And he like doubles back around, and Billy and I are putting drums in the back of the car. And this random ass drunk motherfucker hops in the van, right? And
Whoa.
we're just like, "What the fuck are you doing? Does this look like a fucking taxi to you? Get the fuck up out of here."
This ain't your Uber.
Yeah,
he's,
he's
like,
like-
oh, let me check this shit out.
Yeah, he's just like,
Fine.
"No, it's cool, man. I'm only going a mile away." And we're just like, "What? No, motherfucker,
What in
you
the
you're
tweaker ass? Like,
Well, and he was like drunk, probably like spillover from Ace of
Oh.
Spades or some bullshit.
That was the night that Matt was playing.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I
think so.
pulled up. I pulled up because I was doing something else, and I pulled up while y'all were loading out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
and
remember
so-
that. Yeah,
And so
yeah.
this motherfucker, like, we talk him out of the car, and he squares up on Billy and I. And like squaring up on me makes sense. I'm 140 pounds, right? But squaring up on Billy doesn't really make sense for a guy who's like my size.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's getting hella mouthy. He pushes me and Billy like one arm each, so we don't particularly go very far because it's like his weight being
and
drunk.
he's mad you're
split.
telling him to get out of your
Yeah,
van. And
100%.
He's like, how dare you?
Just a mile.
So we're like making all this noise, and before like anything else happens, I look over my shoulder, and Dan is here. He is like across the street and ready for it, and he's like, "Hold up." Takes off his hat and like puts his hat down and just like squares up, no questions asked, not a
Right,
single word, not a single situation. You just
And this isn't even
fighting.
in the club. This isn't
Right.
even like
This
in
is
his
across the street.
jurisdiction, like technically. But he's like, I'm down for the home.
Yeah, he's here. And so Dan pops up, we're like, "Bet." And I look over to my right, and Benoit's out walking up the block. And Benoit's got
Benoit's
this
in
look on his
both of
face
these
just like,
stories.
"What the fuck happening over here?" And so,
yeah, don't fuck around with a musician
No.
that's shady. You might get swarmed on.
yeah,
bro.
it's too
Like,
many of us hang out over there.
You might get
Yeah.
hurt. You don't know who. Like, chill.
So Noel walks over as well. So now I got Noel, Billy, Dan, Benoit, and myself yelling at this dude about like, "Just step, bro."
Yeah, this dude's about
and
to get
he's
murked.
just like, it like dawns on him. He's like,
Just
gotta
wait
get out
"What the
of
fuck is this? Some kind of gang?" And we're like, "No, motherfucker. We have friends.
Shady
Go
gang.
find
Shady
yours."
gang.
Gang,
Yeah.
gang,
Shady
gang,
You know
gang.
what?
But-
Shout out to the Shady Gang,
Shout
baby.
out to the Shady Gang. I love y'all.
It's cheer. It's my
For real.
cheers.
But
Yeah,
with
heck
zero
yeah.
warning,
Everybody
Dan was
knows
there
your
and ready
name.
with the
You
shit.
better
And
sing
like,
it, Sam.
he's got my heart. Hold on. Dan, you getting
Yeah.
shouted out.
Yeah.
Shout out Dan.
You
the
get a
man.
big shout out
Woo, woo.
today.
For sure.
Yeah, and then afterwards, that dude, like, after they ejected him for like hours, he was like out in front of the club, like trying to get his credit card back, and everyone was just like, "No, you fucked up. You're not getting your credit card back."
As a matter of fact, everybody get around or two
Everybody
on
get
that motherfucker right there.
We don't do that here. Go home, come back, try again tomorrow.
And
We're
Dan's
done.
just standing there. He's like holding a bar stool at that point, and he was just posted up out front, like
Come over here if you want.
he's just like,
Come
"I
on.
dare you, man."
Man.
Oh wait, we fucking up. We fucking up. While we're shouting out Dan, Element has a stream on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
From
Oh.
the Torch Club.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
wait, we're gonna be talking up Dan.
New
Let's talk up
Orleans.
that
this-
real quick.
yeah,
Yeah.
We
I
got the
think
the
it's-
Mardi Gras stream.
Yeah,
coming up.
yeah. So I think
Oh, okay,
7:30
yeah.
on Thursday on the Torch Club Facebook and the Sac State Facebook. Element's gonna be out here.
Hey,
Yeah.
you heard it here first,
Shout out
people. You
Element.
heard it here today,
Element.
anyway.
And then Torch, I
Element.
think, is serving food out the windows, like, and serving drinks, like, earlier in the day. You know,
Hurricanes and shit, bro.
hurricanes. You can go stop by there Thursday afternoon and get some. I don't know what the food is, but
Which one is
what was it?
hurricanes?
I forget.
It's like
What are hurricanes?
slushy that's got a bunch of rum in it. It's dangerous shit. I'm glad I own it.
It's like Mardi Gras shit. You go walk around. Unfortunately, people, you can't go walking around the streets of Sac with a big ass cup of hurricane.
Says who?
Technically,
I mean,
it's still illegal, but
Says who?
it is Mardi
Oh,
Gras.
Dan is now watching.
Hey,
Dan, listen, we
Dan.
just gave you all the shout outs.
Oh, you missed it. We were telling stories about you, bro. All good stuff.
All
about how
good
you
stuff.
defend your musicians.
excellent.
About how
This
you,
dude books
yeah.
and defends the musicians.
Right.
You book them and you defend them.
Yeah.
They're telling a story about when the homie got in the Gold Souls van and you were there about to put the mittens on him, and also when you UFC'd the guy at the entrance of Shady Lady and told
Sleeper
him to
hole.
go to sleep. So yeah, shout out down the man. Lit.
Dan the man.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, we out here. Let's not go back to regular gigging. Let's not do it.
Yeah. Let's do
Let's
things
not.
with meaning.
Let's make every musical experience a special one. You
Ooh,
know?
you know what though? I need money. So
Well, there's
I
that.
need money. Remember that
There
dude
is
in How High?
but yeah.
I need money.
haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do instead of gigging.
Listen,
Yeah, yeah,
though,
yeah.
this is what I'm gonna say. I was gonna
Just
say
live
when
off stimulus checks. So. Yeah.
Bruh, I brought everybody some Blue Chew today. I forgot.
Oh my God.
Yeah, remember I told you I had the sample pack?
We are desperate for a sponsorship here. Damn.
Blue Chew for you.
Wow.
Yeah, it didn't make it.
wow, it's
Literally brought us Blue Chew.
literally
Shout out to Blue Chew.
shout out.
For those that don't know, it's a Viagra subscription, basically.
Yeah.
Because you don't just get Viagra once.
wow,
Yeah,
You get
Well-
it monthly.
get it monthly. I don't have the
it's
subscription,
chewable.
but
That's
yeah.
cute.
This was his sample pack he got.
I should have
That's
tried it. I should have tried it last night
Like Flintstone.
because it was.
Yeah, why didn't you give me this for Valentine's Day, man? I could have been laying down the
could have been laying down there, peas hype. But no,
Godzilla.
here's
No,
what
you
happened
You
though.
don't want anybody thinking it's only on special occasion. So just
Yeah.
do it a different day.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Valentine's Day. Show out on a different day, not a
Yeah,
holiday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valentine's Day is just stupid anyway.
It is.
Let's
It's
just be
Hallmark.
honest,
They
man.
needed money. And they
Yeah,
couldn't,
yeah.
so.
Bro, so shout out to Dank Sweets again because I got some more Dank Sweets for the wife, and we got the rose hibiscus cookie, and then the blondie shortbread blondie. We tried the shortbread blondie last night, bruh.
Was it
So
good?
here's what happened, right?
So here's what happened.
It hit her, and she just went and completely rearranged our whole closet, right? And then the baby.
That's that good shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was playing with the baby, and then
Oh, you were playing with that rapper?
yeah, right. I was
Because you said
'Cause-
"duh, baby."
I was
Wow.
I was playing with the baby, my baby,
You were?
and then I like started feeling. I was like, all right, you need to go to sleep right now. Please go to
Kinda like
sleep,
now.
baby, please. And she went to sleep about 15 minutes later, and I was like, okay, perfect. And then I hopped in the shower and hopped into bed, and like we literally both just passed out.
Did you
Like,
eat
we
the whole
literally-
thing or something?
No,
or?
no. Like
Wow.
it's a loaf, maybe almost as big as a phone,
Uh-huh.
a little like double the size of the phone, and we probably ate together about that much.
That side, the small side.
Yes,
Doesn't
Yes.
take much, man.
It don't take
those
much.
edibles.
we both was like, "Yeah, you look good. You look good too."
Well, luckily you didn't try the sample pack.
Yeah,
It might have been stressful.
Right. All of a sudden, you get up like, "Babe, wake up!
Except
I
you're
forgot I
actually
took the
asleep.
Blue Chew an hour ago." She's like, "I'm tired."
Can I help you
Oh man.
at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
and Baby David said, "Wait, I thought it was legal because of the pandemic." No,
baby David, don't
Baby
say
David. Damn,
anything.
and the Hell's Angels is a rock band from the '60s
yeah,
too,
bro,
right?
don't
God
say
damn.
anything, baby David.
In David's defense, I get why he thought that. I do. But as soon as he said it, I was like, Wait, you don't get what they're saying.
Well, it's these youngsters. These youngsters, there's a lot of holes in their knowledge.
Shout out to all the washed people because Sam just said we're washed.
We are super washed and
So-
proud
I'm
of
enjoying
it.
being washed. You got to die if you don't want to get washed.
Oh.
Bassy didn't know who the Gap Band was.
What?
That's a
Sorry,
strange one
Bassy.
because Bassy
Shout
knows
out
a lot of
Bassy.
old school.
Right.
Shout out Bassy.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
sure he knows at least one of them songs. He just don't know what the Gap Band do it.
yeah.
That's what it is.
He's
Right.
probably heard the song, just don't know.
Yeah.
It's
what the
basically the same song over and over again.
straight up.
It's like,
They have
have
their
you heard
sound.
the Gap Band song?
Listen,
Okay,
I
cool.
want to make a 5-song EP out of the same chord for every song. I
Just one chord.
don't
the
know
whole-
why I feel compelled to do that, but I might. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's a lot of hip hop records. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what it would be like, but
Oh,
oh.
while I'm thinking about
Wait,
it,
no,
I, just
I was
want
gonna
to.
tell you about small gigs. I still didn't get to tell you.
Yeah,
that.
but okay, small gigs, small gigs.
Got you.
I got the next Flaxen already on decky.
Oh,
So tonight.
okay. That's excellent. Okay, how exciting! I love music. Small gigs. What I was gonna say earlier when we were talking about you're only doing small gigs and meaningful gigs. I said I need money. So sometimes when I do small gigs, like backyard gigs, where other people see that a band can be in their backyard, or that, you know,
Yes.
then I get other gigs that pay better money than going to some of the clubs that we.
But that's
Play.
one of those things where he
Right.
was saying it's going to be fun and it's going to further your career.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the next one is like it's going to be fun and I'm going to get the money.
Give me my money. It's
yeah,
gonna be fun.
I've been doing some like house party gigs because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
clubs are all closed.
Yeah.
So like when people start feeling like right now is kind of one of those periods where
Yeah.
people are like, okay, they're using some restrictions.
Yeah.
I think I can have a house. It's always outside. But
Yeah.
I've been liking those gigs.
Me
You know? It's
too.
like playing in people's driveways and stuff.
Yeah.
You're done by like 7 or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's not super late.
Yeah,
Like,
and they like you get that good energy from people. Like right now, people are wearing masks and like staying away from each other and like ew 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 ew. But
Mm-hmm.
when you start playing music, people are like more happy and like have better feelings too.
yeah.
And you're not ignored as much. When
Yes.
when there was bands everywhere and there was always stuff, people come and it's just like, "Oh, there's a band. We're going over here." But now everybody misses it so much
Yeah,
that it's just like they're giving you that energy that you're looking for
yeah,
from the audience.
yeah.
And it's a better vibe than a bar.
Yeah.
Way
usually,
better.
You know?
Yeah.
You're just at a house. People are chilling. There's a barbecue.
Because I don't know. Shout out to Shady again. But sometimes Shady was really really cool, and sometimes Shady was just like really like.
It'll
It
stiff
takes
and
forever to
rigid
get a
and
drink
just like, what?
sometimes.
Yeah.
What like no like what like you know the energy is like dead or just flat and you're just like going hecka hard like
Like you're playing a song
you're
that is
playing
killed.
killing
yeah.
like man
It is killed at the last 200 gigs, and
Listen.
tonight they're not like they're just
Sometimes people don't even clap.
bruh.
Yeah.
Just killing
like
it.
we just did this song the best we have ever done it in the
But
50
I don't know.
times.
I've learned to like not take that personally.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't either. I just like enjoy the good vibes so much that when it's not there I miss it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels a
Yeah.
little awkward.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes that's not Shady's fault, right? They get overflow from like Ace of Spades. So
Yeah.
if they've got fucking boot shit kicker goddamn country nonsense sitting over at Ace of Spades,
Yeah.
you come in and it's like, you know, it doesn't matter how good you play Outstanding by the Gap Band.
Yeah.
They're not gonna
They
fucking
don't
clap
care.
for
Yeah,
you.
that's true. That's
Right,
true. That's
like-
true.
yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Shout out Ace of Spades, kind of.
No. Did you hear that?
No shout out.
He meant that
Wrong.
shit. Take it back.
Let me rephrase
No
that.
shout out.
Let me rephrase that. I don't really care about Ace of Spades. I like that room a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that room a little bit. So that's what I meant.
Why? It's a concrete box.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just like the vibe of it. I think it's because I used to go there when it was a nightclub before your time, and so I'm just living off that nostalgia.
I remember when it
because-
was Empire and
because-
everything else.
That was an
Because
Empire.
full circle,
Wait,
you're
that
on the
was Empire,
stage
maybe.
instead of being in the crowd.
I was always on stage.
Oh, sorry.
I don't go there unless I'm on stage. Okay.
Listen,
No,
I didn't know. My bad.
I like playing there because it's usually playing in front of a lot of people. And that's
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's a shithole.
I guess I am thinking about it like the last time we did the thing with Philharmonic. That was a really fun one.
Oh.
yeah.
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 That was tight.
Yeah.
Y'all did good.
So
Y'all did y'all good
'Cause I
playing.
like, because rocking fat crowds is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't really care what the venue is if I'm
Yeah.
rocking a fat
Yeah.
crowd, you know.
And
That's what
concrete
it's
boxes
about.
make it sound louder.
have you played B Street yet? I haven't
I
played B
haven't.
Street.
No.
I keep hearing that room is amazing. I haven't even been in there.
Well,
I need to go.
Yeah,
check it out.
I want to do more shows like that, like shows where people are coming out to see you and buying tickets and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know,
same.
Yeah,
stuff like Shady is fun. I mean, it's
it has its place.
but you know, the reality is, it's like if I'm giving you a concert, it's not going to be 3 hours long. If I'm just
No.
giving you my best concert,
Yeah.
it's going to be like an hour and a half to 2 hours at the most.
Oh, I was only giving like 50 minutes.
yeah,
My
that
bad.
too. It depends. It depends on the project, whatever's going on.
My
but
arms
like
are gonna be tired.
those gigs where it's like 3 hours, it's like
Yeah.
you're not getting your best out of people,
no,
really. You
that
know?
middle
But-
set was great, but
right?
good luck everywhere else.
There's going to be a killing segment of that. Like,
Yeah.
there's always going to be like. And Torch Club is like 4 hours.
Oh
They're like
Crazy.
9 to 1.
man.
Yeah, I don't want to do that ever again.
No, it's
Ever,
tired.
ever again.
Torch Club should be 2 acts. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No,
Like-
because it'll be like 150 per band.
Well, if you pack it, you know, like the Nibblers or something, like then you can afford
Yeah.
to actually pay an opener.
yeah,
But
Yeah, that was a fun gig we did with the Nibblers that time. Yeah,
B Street Theater though.
B Street. I'm trying
Daniel
to think of the rooms.
says,
That,
tried to book something to complement or bring over crowd from Ace.
yeah, yeah, trying to keep it in the same segue in the same ballpark. I was trying to think of rooms that we have here, like what cool rooms
That
do
you
we
like to play?
have? Yeah.
Well, there's the B Street Theater. There's like the whatever that art
whatever
center.
happened to that
That
spot?
place on like 24th and N. That's like what is that place? They do jazz stuff. It's like they do the Midtown Vanguard series out of there.
Oh,
The Clara?
thinking about
Is it the
some-
Clara?
Oh, the Clara Center. Yeah, that room's like an
Clara?
auditorium though. It like
It is.
It has, like,
yeah.
it's
I
very
did like
reflective.
one live stream from there.
yeah. I like the room though, but it's just it's not set up as a music venue. It's just set up as like a little hall. But yeah, there was that spot up there on it was either on Madison or Greenback, like way up in Carmichael. What was the name of that spot? They used to have a lot of rock bands, but the room seemed
oh,
like
Boardwalk.
The Boardwalk.
Yeah.
That room wasn't a bad room.
It was cool.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
it was
far,
cool.
but
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, dang, because yeah, I guess everything is just based around Midtown right now.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it used to be a little more. People used to do stuff at the Colonial.
And the Guild.
The
Yeah.
Guild.
Yeah.
That's hard to get people to show up. you know,
Yeah, I
to
don't
be
know
honest.
why. It's
like,
weird.
Cafe Colonial was a cool spot. Like the little cafe that they had at the Colonial. That was a nice little. It was like a little back room vibe.
Wait.
Did you guys like
Baby
the
David
old-
says the Antiquity. The hell is
Oh
that?
yeah.
That's a spot on
across
P.
from Press Club. Like
Yeah.
down the street from Press
Oh,
Club.
yeah.
I actually liked it in there.
It seemed like a nice room. I haven't played there, but I've
Harley
seen some
did
stuff
a
going in
gig
there.
in there and it was nice. Yeah, only certain things could be.
Press is actually a dope room. Like it has that feel and it has that smell.
I wouldn't call the Press a dope room, but
It has that smell.
I mean, it has some magic to it. It does. It
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
But it's a shithole. Like
Yeah, but that's what. Yeah, but that's
and it's all like it's facing wrong.
that's
Yeah.
what
stage
that's
is,
that's
like,
the
facing
appeal
the
of
wrong
it. Like
way,
it's
like-
it's
That's
so
what
trash.
makes it very
Yeah.
cliche.
You just like walk in and bump your elbow into a cymbal. Like, oh, the
Yeah.
hell?
Like, welcome. You're part of the show now.
Yeah. So,
Holy
time is it, bro?
diver.
Holy diver.
okay.
1
Yeah.
minute. Really has it's been out wow.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, time flies when you're having fun,
I don't
and
have no
you know
friends,
we got
so
we got
I
a
do
couple
have
of sessions
friends.
to get to this evening after the pod. So,
Sessions
you know,
with
Do
an
we have
S,
some
bro.
outro music queued up?
oh,
anything?
what do we want to do? You want to
First of
We'll
all,
keep it
first of all,
classic.
first
We
of
don't
all,
have to.
first of all, put some respect on their name. No,
It's just
it's
the George.
just so it's about to be smacking in. Is that what you're saying?
Alex has gotten very comfortable now.
supposed to tell them beforehand if we have outro music,
Yeah,
but we
yeah,
never do.
But we always search
It's all
for
good,
it.
you know. But you know,
with the classic.
We
know.
appreciate those of you that were here and those of you that are going to hear this later. It's lit. It's the Furious George podcast featuring Blue Chew. Shout out to Blue Chew and shout out to Remedy Review and Ali Flamingo.
Yes.
And I'm Legendary as 51.
Sam God.
Nicole Gentry Music.
And it's been a great week, and we love you guys, and you guys are a bunch of beezies. See you next time.
See you
So
next week.
work it.
Beezy.